Hola, bom dia. Can you imagine exchanging this Portuguese paradise for a 3-month-long bike ride along 10 rivers? Then let me show you the nicks and knacks, the adventures of a bike ride, show you the beauties of Germany. My name is Martin, and all there's left to say is vamos. And this here is just another paradise in its own right. It's the origin of the river Neckar, our first river which we are going to follow on our 10-river bike trip. It is situated in Schwenningen, in the middle of the Black Forest, in a park which of course is called the Neckar Park. Now, let me tell you a little bit about, well, you know, the first one will be the river Neckar. The other 9 I will not tell you right now, for you to keep watching the videos, but at the end I can promise you, you will be an expert of the German river system. One thing that boggles my mind is, on the first 1,200 kilometers to the North Sea, to Cuxhaven, at the end of another river, we will have followed 6 rivers. But there will only have been 24 kilometers of not following a river. And since we are in Germany, where every river seems to have a bicycle path, we will be on a bicycle path for almost every meter of the trip, up to the North Sea, where will we immediately enter another one. The 6 rivers just follow one and another. River number 3, where there's a huge wine region, in fact the biggest wine region in Europe, maybe I have given it away now, I will go one way and just back. It is just not necessary, but it's so beautiful. River number 4 and 5 are difficult to guess, but I challenge you, write it in the comments and maybe you will be lucky. So, let's get on. It's a beautiful day. I had a nice day in Bad Dürheim in the Pension Waldblick, and now I am quite anxious to set off. See you maybe in Rottweil. Bye! Just pedaled through the real Black Forest. Now it opens up a little bit, agriculture, and in the far distance you will see the tower of Rottweil, a test tower of Thyssen elevators with a spectacular view from on top. And now this year they added another attraction in Rottweil, the longest hanging bridge in Germany. I am not sure if you are going to pass it, but I'll try to get you a shot. Approaching Rottweil, and here you can see that test tower just once again. Looks like a toothpick, and actually it's 237 meters tall. Okay, let's get into Rottweil. Rottweil with a very nice old city center with loads of timber framed houses and the test tower in the back. I'll take you through. This is how big the river has already become after 25 or so kilometers. And I follow this wonderful path in beautiful sunshine, but it will get hot. Quite a steep valley the little Neckar has dug into the mountain here. And then there are little villages. All along you find these idyllic picnic places which invite you to make a break. And if it was 3 hours later or 4, I probably would take the hammock to take a little nap. And you even have direct view and access of the river. I think for all the nice places, this was the nicest one. Through the black forest, and it's truly black and shady and even a little bit fresh. Wonderful. When the farmers leave the grass outside, that's a good sign for a cyclist, because they don't expect rain and they know the weather. So, good news for me, no rain, but I am already hot at 11 o'clock in the morning. That will be a brutal day. After 75 kilometers, I had a little stop here in Horb with this wonderful view. Went to a local bakery, had a little piece of apple cake and another piece with apples. And now I'm ready to go on to Rottenburg, where I have got some fun facts for you. So let's enjoy the view once more and let's go off. Bye! So, after about 100 kilometers, we have reached Rottenburg, not to be mistaken with the maybe a little bit more famous one, Rothenburg ob der Tauber, which is another river. And while you are waiting for the fun facts, I will first show you the pedestrian zone, where even I have to push the bike. And let me just quickly show you where we came from. That's the Neckar to the north. And let's find the pedestrians. So, Rottenburg means rotten castle in German. Not a very flattering name. It comes from the fact that when they built the city in the 13th century, they found walls and stones, rotten walls of a Roman city. And that's where the name comes from, rotten castle. And 1,800 years ago, this was one of the biggest Roman cities in all of Germany. It had everything a modern Roman city needed to have. It had a bath culture, it has kilometer-long walls around the city, and even more long, kilometer-long canals with water. And then, also not known, the Austrians came here. They probably mistook the Schwäbische Alb for their Alpen, but it was, Rottenburg was one of the last strongholds of the Habsburgs in Germany. That's why this here is Catholic, and it still is the seat of a bishop, and all around the places are Protestant. So much about Rottenburg. Let's go on to Tübingen, where I have more to tell for you. Now we are almost at the foot of the chapel, but I still don't feel inclined of going up. It's way too hot. So we are now here in the center of Tübingen on the world famous Neckar Bridge with the world famous view and the Hölderlin church tower. Down there you see the Neckar, where every June they have a cool race of their local Stocherkähne, which are boats which are not being rowed because the Neckar is very shallow. Here they have sticks, so they move the boat with sticks. The winner of the race gets a keg of beer. That's pretty good. The losers of the race, and there are loads of spectators who watch that, have to drink a half a pint of codfish oil, which is super healthy but also super disgusting. So you kind of don't want to lose. And while I'm talking here, wonderful, as I ordered it, there is a guy with a Stocherkahn. I don't know if he's taking part in the race. Well, Tübingen is a university town, but they say the university is the town. The age average of Tübingen is the youngest in all of Germany because there are so many students. And so many famous Germans like Hölderlin, Hegel, Kepler, they all studied here. Even Goethe was here. But it is said that he didn't like it here. He didn't like the food and he didn't like the city. So once he went up one of those little hills here around to vomit. And since then this is called Goethe's Vomit Hill. Okay, let's go on to Pliezhausen, another 20 kilometers. And this is the spectacular view from my hotel room. But for that I had to pedal up Pliezhausen and even more, and it was so steep after 130 kilometers. But with this view, it was worth it. So see you tomorrow for day 2.